aka Curtis Jackson, is responding through his lawyer to a lawsuit filed against him by a woman who worked with the music mogul for about 12 years. Here are some of the highlights of the lawsuit. Monique Mayers claims she refused to hide property in her own name to conceal Jackson's connection to a transaction during his bankruptcy-related reporting period. She also says she would not file a false police report accusing Jackson's driver and bodyguard of stealing Jackson's vehicle and approximately $600,000 in cash. Because of that, Mayers says she was fired in March of 2019 without cause and without severance. Now, there's a lot more in this 67-page lawsuit, including text messages, phone records, that Mayers says prove she was harassed and endured emotional distress and psychological injury. 50 Cent's attorney responded, though, to those allegations, calling Mayers a disgruntled former employee who was...
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV. UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as a little bit of an online back and forth kicked off today between Rick Ross and G Unit once again. And it's a few layers to how it transpired out today because it all happened on Too Cool to Blog as Rick Ross caught wind of what had happened because he saw the clip also that y'all just watched right there from CBS News where 50 Cent lawsuit has been coming up into the conversation more now. And I didn't even know it was a thing myself. And when I got to looking at it earlier when I did the video, it was actually 5 days ago. But Uncle Murda actually kicked this off this morning when he went to Instagram and posted up the footage of Rick Ross' correctional officer graduation and said, "Good morning. I just want to remind y'all that Ricky Rosette, aka Rick Ross, hating on Remy Ma and the Remy Ma Network for wanting to put out a movie about a correctional officer who was never in the streets that turned into a rapper, who started rapping about being a gangster but was really a fraud, and Ricky Rosette, aka Rich Forever, sent out a cease and desist because the truth hurts. I need to know what all my fellow hip-hop journalists and podcasters think about this because I don't hear nobody talking about it like that. I want to see the movie. The people want to see it." And he put up the Real Report, which is referencing him and Tony Yayo podcast, where Rick Ross caught wind of that on the Too Cool to Blog Instagram and put in the comments under the 50 Cent lawsuit news that they had posted earlier, said, "Hey, Uncle Murda can wash the bottom of my boat for employment purposes if need be," signifying like, hey, 50 Cent is finna go through some issues and things like that. I got a job over here for you, Uncle Murda, if you need one. And this is what I expect for them going back and forth and things like that. But here you go again. Who knows what's going to transpire from this. I haven't seen 50 Cent speak directly on this lawsuit. His legal team has spoken and said these allegations are not true. They are not real, saying that this is a disgruntled employee. Either way, the statute of limitations are up. And it's because of that, it is not a criminal case at all. This is strictly a federal lawsuit. She did it on a federal level, but all the paperwork, I don't know if everything went through on that either. Some heavy allegations with that, where they say that 50 Cent was basically doing bankruptcies fraud. She's accusing him of running basically an enterprise almost similar to Canaan on power, fear, money, destruction, doing this, and try to get you to commit crimes for him under his umbrella. She worked for him for years, though. Also has the same lawyer that 50 Cent's first baby mama got with his Marquise's mom, Shaniqua Thomas, if I'm not mistaken, has. So we just gonna see how that play out, innocent until proven guilty in that. Now, when it comes to Uncle Murda and the correctional officer thing, we saw that this was a conversation earlier this year, I want to say, when Remy Ma got sent the cease and desist by Rick Ross for doing the movie, claiming that, hey, y'all are using my likeness, y'all are using my storyline, supposedly even saying using some of his images and cadences without his permission and things. And Rick Ross say that his legal team handled that for him and he didn't really press the line on it. But if y'all finna be using all of my stuff and using my imagery and using my likeness, then I gotta be a part of it as well.
Title, is that all been resolved now?
I'm not even sure, homie. When it comes to that, my team, I let them pull the trigger on anything they feel, for one, stepping on any toes or could be potentially any of my money. You know, cease and desist ain't never been nothing we been big on, and lawsuits shit. That 50 Cent sued me before. We beat it, kicked him to sleep in court, sent him back home. He was poor. When we pulled up his banking accounts, I felt bad for him, I really did. But, you like that? Go ahead and laugh. Look at the camera. Let the camera see it. Hey, let the camera. 50, they laughing at you. Make sure y'all Google that to see what went like. I kicked dog to sleep. But nah, I made my lawyer pull up his finance. Nah, it was bad.
Oh, really?
Nah.
How bad?
It was bad. They made sure I wouldn't say nothing about it. I can't say no dollar figures, but it was nah. Nigga was in an apartment, 2-bedroom. I felt bad for dog. I was like, I know niggas that bought a 2-bedroom just for their puppies.
Gets like that.
You gotta hustle hard. Gotta hustle every day. But anyway, what we were saying?
I was saying, I was asking if that had been resolved, but you're saying,
I didn't even ask about it.
Yeah,
I know that it was mentioned before. I want to say maybe a year ago, somebody on my team was like, "Yo, this some shit looking like," and I didn't say anything about it. I didn't give a. But then it came up again. So now you could be potentially money on the third time go round. They said we could go and eat that up.
People gonna feel how they feel about it. When it comes to Rick Ross being a correctional officer, I think most people just felt in the sense of that was a job at one point in time. It was the fact that he lied about it. That's what made it become a real thing. 50 Cent took it to the next level, and they battled back in the game. Most definitely, I was tuned in that every single day. Because, you know, even though Rick Ross had all the major dope stories, Rick Ross always made great music. People wasn't really going to care if bro would have probably just came out. It probably would have been a storyline if he would just say, yeah, man, I was a CEO at one point in time, man. I was dabbling in the streets. I had this going on. I done had plenty of jobs before, but I done did my thing out here as well. But he was trying to like keep it under wraps a little bit. Then when people came out with the footage and the photos, they turned it into something else, and that's what it turned into that. But Rick Ross has been the one who's always gonna find a comeback. Rick Ross put out some classic music in the battle with him and 50 Cent. Non-stop bangers, albums, hits, records, everything of the sort. And he's a troll as well. He can get online and laugh and make fun of you. He gonna use it to market and promote his brands as well. Anytime him and 50 Cent have a back and forth, people is here for it because at least you gonna get some type of laughs in it. And Rick Ross is gonna promote the car show. He gonna promote the slippery slope, Wingstop, Checkers, and everything else he owned and got going on. Just keeping it all the way 100. But we'll see how everything play out with it. More entertainment. Tell me what y'all think. More videos. Y'all tap into that Urban Politics TV Patreon as well. On the website and the app, and we'll keep y'all updated with the 50 Cent lawsuit, see what that's gonna do, and if he puts out an official response, we'll come back and update that. Stay on your pivot. More coming.